What's up, everybody? Welcome to the CHADMAN and RANDY show. So, a couple things have happened recently. Number one, there was a terrorist. It was a plane that was hijacked, and it was leaving Egypt.
Egyptian flight, and I think this jackass wanted to impress his fucking wife by hijacking a plane. My wife would call me a fucking idiot and knock it off.
Wasn't the fucking the vest wasn't even real, right? It was
no, it was. But this dude did something that he wanted to impress his wife.
And hijacked the plane. I remember I saw it on Fox News. And while the plane's being hijacked and in flight or circling the airport or whatever, while they're trying to talk this guy through it, someone gets up out of first class, because the guy looked well dressed. I'm guessing he was in first class.
Yeah, there's no telling.
But whatever. Let's just say for conversation's sake, guy gets up. It's because it really did happen. Guy gets up out of his seat, walks over to the fucking hijacker and says, hey
man, can I get a picture?
Takes a picture with the guy and then, I guess, posts it to social media. Here's why I think the guy did it. If that was a real bomb, nobody would walk up to him and be like, hey, man,
well, you would think if it was a real bomb that the dude holding the bomb would have said, like, hold the detonator up and say, get the fuck away from me, like, you know.
Right, so that tells me that they had already known that it was fake.
Now, I don't think that the people on the plane did.
Really?
And, you know, I had this whole fucking revelation, this whole thought going into it that, you know what, hey, if you get that close to that motherfucker, you got to tackle him. You beat the fucking shit out of him.
Yeah, I'm not thinking, let me take a selfie and post this to Instagram.
Right, and the guy's the biggest coward on the planet.
Yeah.
Is what I was thinking originally. But then there was part of me that if you take then I had listened to some other people and had some conversations with some people. And for one, you know when there's a hijacking, or not a hijacking, but a kidnapping? Like, say, you've seen Silence of the Lambs, right?
Which one?
Silence of the Lambs.
All of them, or just
Silence? There's only one Silence of the Lambs. There's other Hannibal Lecter movies.
Right, yeah. The one you're talking about the one with
Lotion in the Basket.
Jodie Foster. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Now, what did they do in that movie? And what do they do all the times when they say the girl's name a bunch of times to humanize them?
Clarice.
Well, no, the girl who got kidnapped, the fat girl in the bottom of the well.
I don't remember her name.
I can't remember her name either, right off my hand.
The senator's daughter.
Right, but they say her, and the mom goes, you know, and she says her name a bunch of times, and I breastfed her to humanize her, so it's not just a piece of meat. Well, so this guy coming up to a picture would kind of humanize the person if he's halfway rational, and you know, and maybe that gives him a second. But the other thing that really kind of, because at first I was like, fuck this dude. This is a commentary on society that no matter what, we still got to get a selfie. But you've posted that picture before. You know that picture of the Germans when the Nazis, when they're getting ready to do a firing squad, and that one dude's like,
he's just standing there
posing.
Yeah, it's my cover photo right now. Or it was. He was just standing there. Yeah, that was a real picture. Somebody said that was fake. I said, no, dude, look it up. That was a real picture.
Dude in Tiananmen Square that walks out in front of the tanks.
That they ran him over too. The famous video.
Yeah, well, he got taught a lesson. But and the dude who he won't do that again. But and the dude who put the daisies in the barrel at
at Virginia Tech.
No, it wasn't Virginia. It's the old college where they had the fucking 60s. Massacre.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, isn't that the biggest fuck you? And if that picture did get out somehow on social media, you didn't die afraid.
Yeah, but I just don't think, because I know how these people work. I think they might have known it was
fake.
Right. When you look at the picture, you can tell it's fake if you know what to look for.
But it's still. But the fact is, though, is if you really want to get into it, I have thought, because it'll give morale to us, to the rest of us.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
To the uninformed.
Because it's like, you know what, fuck this guy. He's going to blow us up, but I'm still going to.
Because I have, from day one, thought that story on 9/11, that Let's Roll story, is bullshit.
Well,
and now I don't want to take down but just the way that story comes out.
There's a lot of bullshit about 9/11,
but I don't think the way that story came, that it happened that way necessarily. That whole Let's Roll.
Todd Beamer. I'll never forget that guy's name.
And you know what? Hey, and if it did, and whatever the story is, hey, to all you guys, cool. I mean, don't get me wrong here. But I think that's a really nice wrapped box with a bow on it to make us, because we got our ass kicked that day. That's your coach going, okay, we lost 77-0, but you guys blocked that punt. good shit. You know, like there was that one takeaway where we could kind of rally from it instead of just taking that total, 77-0 ass whooping with nothing to walk away from it.
That's a good point. I didn't even think of it like that. I mean, in the surface, when you showed it to me, I was laughing my ass off. I was like, what a fucking idiot. Because even the terrorist...
So did I. It's hilarious.
The terrorist, the wannabe hijacker, he even looked kind of surprised. The whole picture is just fucking goofy, man. What do you say to that? Hey, real quick, can we take a picture?
You know, the guy, even if it was, like, you got to be a pretty devout motherfucker because if this dude goes... Like, my whole face and my expression, I'm sitting there with the bomb and the guy, it'd be like, really? Like, my look would be like, this mother...
Prepare to die,
But then, look, think it this way, though. That guy's on there, and he's got... You remember, you've seen Lethal Weapon, right?
Yeah.
The first one.
Oh, yeah.
When that dude wants to jump off the fucking, the building, and Mel Gibson throws a handcuff on him and says, you want to jump? Let you jump. He just out crazy the crazy motherfucker. This dude, get away from me. I'm going to blow up this fucking plane, and you just out crazied him.
Let's take a selfie, boy.
Yeah. Now, that's a setup. Now, you might get everybody on the plane fucking killed.
His face did look kind of shocked and surprised. Like, so he agreed to it, but it was probably like...
And then everybody else in the rest of the plane, as soon as he took that selfie, he should have yelled faggot and beat the shit out of that guy. But nonetheless, I mean...
Yeah, I had so many questions about it after I started... after the laughing subsided, I was thinking to myself, let me take a good look at this vest. And it just looked really generic and plastic and cheap. And then of course, you heard it was fake. But that says a lot about the Middle Eastern culture, is that how are you going to impress your wife? Because, when my wife's pissed off at me, I automatically think to myself, well, shit, man. Let me go take her to dinner. Let me go do this. Let me go do that. I have ways to, make up to her or to impress her. I'm
going to blow up her Facebook, not blow up a fucking plane, you jagoff.
Like, it says a lot about the fucking Muslim culture when there's a dude in Egypt who's like, I better impress my wife by hijacking a fucking plane. And, oh, by the way, I won't be seeing you for 20 years. So it kind of defeats the entire fucking purpose. Well, it depends.
It depends where he goes to jail. Shit, the guy might get a key to a city and a fucking high five and, and all...
There's just so much wrong with that. I just have so many questions. It's fucking outrageous.
Well, now, on the other hand, though, too, another thing that's really, like... Dude, this is where I'm torn because they're funny in one hand. Have you seen they're on Facebook or whatever, those videos where there's some dude dressed in Middle Eastern gear. He's got the whole turban, the whole shit on. I was gonna say gi. Somebody's been watching The Karate Kid too much at night because it's on Encore every fucking night. But he's wearing the whole Middle Eastern guest with the headgear and everything. Dude runs in and throws a backpack into a building and runs, and you watch these people take off running.
Yeah, so those videos piss me off.
They piss me off too. They're funny, like for a second.
I never laughed one time.
I did, and then I go, you know what? I would put 3 bullets in that motherfucker before he fucking hit the deck. Dude, that shit is not cool at all. Or there's another one where they have a clacker. Have you seen those too?
Clacker?
Like 2 pieces of wood, and what they'll do is they'll come around a corner and they'll hit this like they're firing a gun. And it's like, no, that shit is not cool at all.
When I first saw those videos, I thought to myself, what a fucking asshole. And then the next thought to go through my mind was, is this guy, maybe it's staged. Maybe the people know it's coming, they just don't know when. Maybe they told him, yeah, we're going to...
I mean, it could be a wacky diversion, to be like, yeah, get their guard down. Oh, it's just a fucking bit. But I don't believe it's that. These people who are doing it are too stupid to like...
Why would you do that? I can understand pranking somebody in 1,000 different ways. I live for that. I love it. I get off on laughing at shit like that. But by trying to do a prank where you're, hey, I'm going to throw a bomb at you while I'm wearing a...
But this also shows you, like, Gilbert Gottfried got in trouble for a 9/11 joke after 9/11. Everybody said too soon and all this other shit. This is where I don't understand social media. I don't understand media in general, the news. For one, this could be taken down and be a problem on so many points. For one, it could be considered racist for the get-up that he's doing. Now, put it this way. Say a white dude goes in blackface, puts an afro wig on, and goes by and pretends he's doing drive-bys.
No, it would be...
called out as racist, fucking everything else like that.
Clacking 2 pieces of wood together and
right.
Compton. No, I mean, and there's videos like that. You see the video where the guy... But there's this video of a guy in a jumpsuit, like an Adidas jumpsuit, and he walks up to this big black guy, and he's like, "What's up, motherfucker? Want to go? You want to go?" And he's talking shit, and the black guy's like, "What? What you saying?" And he's like, he pushes him, and the black guy, is like, "Fuck you, motherfucker." And the guy rips off the Adidas jumpsuit, and he's in a Speedo, and he takes his shoes off and rips the jumpsuit off, and he's in the Speedo, and he's like, come on, man. And the black guy's like...
I've seen that. Okay, but that's not... that you wouldn't even play a race angle with that one. That one's more funny. But, I mean, but you think about the things that they should be taking us to task for. The fact that the racist angle of it, the lowering of our plane on too soon. There's so many things that this video could be attacked for, and it doesn't get shit.
Because it doesn't offend people. See, everybody's so afraid of pissing off certain demographics of people.
They're afraid, though. They're afraid to say it's offensive when it really fucking counts.
Yeah, but when it's not, bullshit, when it's bullshit, then
if it's bullshit and something not provable, that you hurt my feelings. I mean, some like Glamour. The big story this last week has been Glamour basically wrote an article saying that Amy Schumer was fat, and that was trending. And she's lying because she said she's between a size 6 and an 8. She ain't. Or she has been in between there, and it doesn't even matter.
Why is that even important?
Right.
Though?
But, they put her on this article about, like, it was basically all these fat women that we look up to and aspire to be or whatever.
I don't look up to any fat women.
No, it's not even that. You look up to people for purpose. You look up for people for not being a race, not being a certain thing. You look up for people for what the content, character, and what they do. But so they put out this article saying, and she got all offended by it, and this was a big trending topic or whatever. But people don't get. But this is an affront on things where it's like they're lowering our security and telling people not to be vigilant, not to be worried when some ass. I mean, how many times have they fucking stopped and shut down New York City because there's a backpack left in there? Not some dude sliding a backpack in there yelling Allah Akbar and everybody's outside laughing and slapping their knee.
That happened here in Bakersfield recently was it Chester Avenue or downtown? They found something and it turned out to be nothing. They freak out over everything. So when I see a video like that, of the guy throwing the backpack and stuff, I don't know, man. A lot of questions raised in my mind. But that's not even funny. Like, even if it was set up in an attempt to be funny on like a janky TV show that nobody watches,
right?
I don't even think that's something you should joke about when people are getting fucking killed every day.
Yeah, I mean, look at the numbers of people that are lost. I mean, and this is where if it doesn't happen in your backyard, it doesn't matter because. How many times have you seen that they walk into in Malaysia and they walk into a hotel, a high-rise hotel, and just start blowing people away? And it's all cool or whatever, but if it happened here one time, people would be freaked out, and there'd be the memorials and all that. But these people, this is where society where people where we have views sometimes where we get called racist. This is actually, if you really want to get into racism and people not caring about shit. If it doesn't happen to us, if it doesn't happen over here, people don't give a shit.
Well, no, but once it starts happening more and more, but then again, Americans are so fucking dense.
This is why the fucking rest of the world hates us.
Americans are so fucking dense, man, because we've had, in the past 2 years, a guy, a Muslim, cut a woman's head off at a factory in Oklahoma or some shit. Was it Oklahoma?
Yeah, it was in Oklahoma City.
We had another guy go shoot a woman live on TV, the live reporter, and then what just happened here in San Bernardino, and nobody is talking about that. You know what they're doing on fucking social media right now? Posting pictures of their siblings, posting pictures at baseball games. I mean, we're all doing it. Nobody cares. Americans don't care. In a week, nobody gives a fuck.
Where's the Zika virus at?
Right, where's the Zika virus? Well, no, here's something else. A good friend of the show, Mike, we mentioned on a couple episodes ago, my best friend Mike, his grandpa's Merle Haggard, and in dealing with Merle Haggard's passing, a lot of people see it as a country legend passing away. This is his grandpa. And so he's choosing to kind of not...
Yeah, what's that motherfucker's name?
Some ignorant went and commented good on one of the...
So white people's butthole something. But you know what? As for one, dude, I'm don't get me wrong, I'm about an insensitive joke, but when the families in this town and that guy's just trying to be shocking. Hold on, fuck that. That guy's a cunt. Because what he was doing is everybody was out there fucking, saying that we're sorry, condolences, what he meant to the world. And this guy, you had 99 posts of this, and this guy just wanted to be different, to be shocked.
The whole purpose of this point I'm trying to make is that recently, over the weekend, he asked me, he's like, dude, when do you think this is going to die down, man? Because he gets tired of going online and seeing all this shit, and that's his grandpa. I could imagine if that was my grandpa.
Well, look at when you asked him, tell me a story about your grandpa. When we had him on 2-3 episodes ago, and what'd he say? He's my fucking grandfather,
yeah,
dude.
Exactly.
Tell me a story about yours. You know, like, it's the same shit.
So he asked me, he was like, hey, man, when do you think this will die down? I said, brother, don't take this the wrong way. In 2 weeks, nobody's going to give a fuck anymore.
Oh, dude, it's going to take one decent fucking something tomorrow morning, and it'll be gone. You know, I mean, here locally, possibly not. And he's still going to have to, there's still going to be a bump. Have they had the funeral already?
There was something this weekend, but the funeral, I think, is this week. They're going to cremate him and have something here.
So there'll be a bump once it happens here.
Well, and that's what sucks, man, is that unfortunately Americans don't give a fuck. We can laugh at shit because something that happened. I mean, dude, 9/11 was just 15 years ago, which seems like such a long time because everything's so short-minded to us Americans. But 15 years, bro, that's a blink of a fucking eye, man. I mean, I was in high school. I was just out of high school when 9/11 happened. So to me, it's just, I don't find humor and shit like that. Some people do, and they can laugh at it. I don't.
Well, now, see, this is where I'm guilty, because I have gotten into, I mean, I can get into some real fucking, I've got a real sick sense of humor. But I don't usually really like laughing about ongoing shit. You know, when people are, you know, people are actually rolling in and, you know, like, there's still, this shit is still going on. You know, dudes are still rolling into buildings, blowing up shit, and we're still under a threat. I don't like the fact that at lower security, if that, think about that little prank comes off and causes somebody to go, oh, this could be a joke just for a second, and hinder somebody's reaction time. Or if they go, they see, you know, that whole see something, say something thing. So people get desensitized by these fuckers pulling this prank, and they go, well, I see a Muslim dude walking around in the backpack who looks suspicious, but it's probably a prank. And then this fucker goes and blows up 400 people in a subway somewhere.
I can't. But
how are we supposed to be expected to control social media and the way people behave and worldview when we can't fucking stop people from shooting up fucking Chuck E. Cheese?
Yeah. I mean, recently we had an asshole shoot up Chuck E. Cheese. Who the fuck shoots up a goddamn Chuck E. Cheese? Here in Bakersfield, we had a goddamn Chuck E. Cheese, people on a Saturday night taking their kids at 6, 7 o'clock at night.
6:45, I think it was.
6:45 at night. You know, you're at Chuck E. Cheese. Now, I don't go to Chuck E. Cheese. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys don't normally go to Chuck E. Cheese. I don't really know anybody that does.
Look for dates.
I mean, I really don't. I mean, it's there, but we've all gone at some point.
Now, see, there's that tasteless joke that just got thrown in there.
I know. Yeah, I got you. Regardless, man, people, whoever go there, and they bring their children. That's some place you go for children. You take your children. I'm not going to go there with Randy and my buddies to go fucking shoot the shit. Let's go to Chuck E. Cheese, bro.
Well, that's not a place that you go, like, you go to a pizza parlor to watch a game and drink beer or something. You're not going to go just sit there, you and your buddies. Well, for one, you're going to look like a fucking pedophile.
Yeah.
You're not going to sit there and sit there and pound pictures with your boys and, you know.
So, why somebody would do that, I don't know, man. And it's just fucking pathetic, and it's disgusting, and it says a lot about our society. If someone can joke about terrorist acts and Chuck E. Cheese, because people were making jokes about Chuck E. Cheese. We were. We were making jokes. Not about the actual incident, but about the kind of fucking rat bastard, ghetto, ignorant assholes who would start a fight in Chuck E. Cheese. And I guess it's something that's common. Well, what is it, man? Is it just because the type of demographic of people that go there that Chuck E. Cheese becomes the fucking battleground from I don't get it.
It's because people feel their kid got slighted. You know, and that my kid's more important than yours. Your kid pushed my kid out of the way.
But I don't know.
And it also comes to where this is where, like at work or whatever, when I see somebody's kid or in public, I see somebody's kid tearing up shit, throwing up shit. You used to be like, you know, that whole it takes a village type thing where you would like say something, or even if you saw a kid 3 rows over fucking something up, and you'd go over and tell his parents, hey, man, your kid's tearing up shit, you know, beat his ass, whatever. People, you can't do that anymore because you could possibly be in the middle of a fight.
Yeah, well, I mean, we definitely have fucking some shit to work out as a society. There's jokes, and then there's jokes that go too far. And we're assholes, and we say what we want, but I think even we can agree that there's some shit that, you know, just goes a little too far.
Well, doesn't that go back into fire in a theater? To me, that's the perfect example, like, because we're all for free speech, and we're all about that, but to me, that's fire in the theater.
But yeah, man. So we gotta definitely start taking precaution on, I think, where our humor goes and stuff. I mean, but in regards to that Chuck E. Cheese shooting, though, I think that's fucking disgraceful. People just go there. Let's just be honest, man. Lower income people probably go there more than anybody else. You know, I don't think anybody in the Oaks or in Rosedale is going to Chuck E. Cheese on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying?
Well, nobody. I don't think anybody goes on a fucking regular basis. That's
Right.
our
I mean,
party shit.
I am even surprised that they're even still in existence. But I mean, they were cool 25 years ago. But regardless, people take children there. Children don't know lifestyles, incomes, whatever. So these kids are just going there to have a good time. They're children, and some fucking thugs go and shoot each other up. And these kids are going to remember that for the rest of their lives.
Well, not even that. I want a place like, you know, there are things like when you're a kid, like you said, like remember for the rest of your life, like safe havens where there's, you know, goofy shit can be going on in the rest of the world or whatever, but like it's like a Disneyland shooting or something like that. There's certain places where you can believe that, you know, that, okay, we're safe from the world's bullshit. We're in the world of make-believe, and just because some jackass has a beef with somebody else that you're not going to get your ass shot off while you're staring at it. I mean, how dumb would you feel? You're staring at this fucking animatronic mouse and you get your ass shot off.
Yeah,
It fucking sucks.
I think our humor needs some revamping, but
Right when I'm about to say that, I'd be fucking going through people's pockets for tokens and fucking skee ball tickets.
Oh, rest assured, I'd probably, at least in the bare minimum, be taking pizza. But it's all good, man. So, last week we interviewed this band called Inertia.
Yes.
And the reason we're having these guys on is because they took second place in, I guess it was Battle of the Bands going on at Jerry's Pizza the night that we were doing Bakersfield Rocks The Fox. And we interviewed these guys, had them on. They're going to be doing a second round coming up, I think, in a month or two, they were saying. We're going to tag the interview on the end of this episode. Give them a listen. Check them out. All their details and contact information are actually on that episode. Wish them luck, you know, that they do well and everything. So we give you the Inertia interview. What's up, everybody? CHADMAN and RANDY show here. So today in studio we have a local band, Inertia. Is that how you say it? Inertia? Because I know the dots are in between each letter.
Yeah, Inertia. It's just inertia, like momentum.
Okay, cool. So we have Inertia here in. Last night we did Bakersfield Rocks The Fox. Meanwhile, down the street at Jerry's Pizza, what was the show about? Like, what was it called?
The show was called The Battle for Murder.
Okay.
And it's basically a battle of the bands between a group of metal bands.
Uh-huh. To open up for
the Black Dahlia murder.
Okay, cool. Awesome. And you guys did that last night. We'll get into that. Let's talk about really, like, how long you guys been playing together. First of all, introduce yourselves, tell us who you are, and then let's get into, like, you know, where you got started and where you're at.
My name is Dylan. I sing and play the piano for Inertia.
Okay.
My name's Zach. I play guitar, and I also write the music and record a lot of our stuff.
Cool.
My name's Andrew. I'm the bass player for Inertia.
Cool, man. So you guys are here, out of Bakersfield. Of course, you said you live in Orange County?
Yes.
What part?
I live in Tustin right now.
Oh, damn.
It's pretty far, but I come up here a lot.
Fuck, yeah. I think I want to move to Tustin one day. Fuck, dude.
You get closer to good baseball if you move down there.
Fuck that. He's an angel. See, here's the thing about our show. Let me just, in case, I know we just met recently. You know, our podcast, you know, I'm a veteran, but I'm a Dodger fan. He's a non-veteran. He's an Angel fan. And we're like
Who's made better choices in life.
we're like really good friends, and so it's like it's pretty funny. So you'll like as the conversation goes. But so yeah, we were doing Rocks the Fox last night, which we talked about on our previous episode. You can check it out. What was going on last night? How'd that show go? How many bands were involved in that?
There were six bands involved at that show, but there were 18 bands involved. I think over 2, possibly 3 towns.
Okay, so then, so this is a multi-town deal.
Yeah. It's
like a tournament kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Okay, where's the show? Where's the Black Dahlia show going to be at?
It's going to be at
Jerry's,
Jerry's Pizza.
yeah, with Fallujah as well, which is a great death metal band.
Name Fallujah?
Fallujah, yeah, like Iraq.
Are them dudes all veterans?
They're not. No, they're just a bunch of kids from.
Because I can't think of any fucking veterans that would be like, let's name our fucking band Fallujah. That's like the last thing I'd want to name my band.
Well, they are death metal, so
it's like it's not like military or anything related. It's kind of like that esoteric, kind of like spacey kind of sound above like death metal. So
the word just kind of sounds cool.
Yeah,
also.
yeah.
It's they probably heard the word and said, let's go with that.
Yeah,
that's probably
fucking geeks. They have no idea what the fuck went down in that sound. Anyways, I'm gonna digress. All right, so you guys played that, and how was it? I mean, I imagine it was fun. Was that your guys' first like battle of the bands?
Third show. It was.
Oh wow.
Not our first time playing with other metal bands, but it was our first time playing with metal bands like this. They were all, for the most part, like death metal.
Okay.
Like screeching, growling, screaming, which is where our band comes from.
Right.
That's our roots, but our music is all singing.
Right.
Hard rock.
But
yeah.
We had a lot of fun at the show. I chose to do a little bit more screaming during that set.
Just because the live mentality, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and people were really into it. And I felt like we had some of the best crowd response in terms of how many people actually were in our audience.
I was asked to judge that, and I turned it down because I was doing the April 2nd thing. This is like a month ago. My buddy Silo, but I don't know if he ended up being there or not, but he said he might not be able to make it, and he asked me if I'd wanted to fill in for him, and I said no. I got this Bakersfield Rocks The Fox thing going on. You know, and if I could have, I would have, but I would have been like me and Randy are going, and we're gonna judge that motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I would have got us in there and done it because we would have been pretty
How much time did you guys get?
We got 25 minutes.
Yeah, 25.
That's pretty fucking. That's a pretty long set for usually. I think it's
bands?
Yeah.
15 minute setups times 2.
what time? Oh, so damn, dude,
Started at
that's
6. We went on at 9.
so they started the same time we did.
Yeah, dead on.
Yeah, dude. Well, right on, man. So how'd you guys do?
I felt like we did really well.
It was fun as hell. I was all up in the audience. I actually got off the stage and I was playing my solos to people.
There's been a lot of that going around lately. That's good. That's gonna do you
we
real
had
well.
A lot of fun on stage.
I think that's one of my things as a judge that I would say is that because I mean the bands that if I do get a chance to judge, that's one thing that I'll look for is because you know the bands that we follow and that we hang out with, they do that shit and it brings a lot of energy and a lot of fun.
People like it.
People like it because it's fun. I mean, you know, because it's one thing to sit there and see a band play and kind of do their thing.
You're not going to a recital. You know, it's a show for a reason.
Yeah, exactly. That's cool, man. So how'd you guys end up placing?
We placed in 2nd out of 6.
Uh-huh.
And I think we're one of 6 bands out of 18 that are moving forward.
Okay, and you said something about tonight. Is there another performance tonight?
No, there's not another performance tonight.
Okay. Cool. So when's the next one then?
Our next show is this Saturday in San Diego at the Soma.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And then our show after that is going to be at the Gate before they close down on the 14th.
It'll be their second to last show.
That's where Trey played. That's where I met you. Yeah, okay. That's right.
That show was a lot of fun.
That's where, yeah, I caught the tail end of your set. Right on, man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I caught the end. I caught the tail end. I talked to you out in the parking lot, and that's how we set that up, man.
Yeah, that was a
So
lot of fun.
we have a lot of listeners who are music oriented, man. That are into, you know, well, I mean, I can tell you right now, Kings of Carnage is probably listening right now. I know Aviators listen. Quite a few bands, man. Born for War, which I strongly suggest you guys check them out. They're a hard. Kings of Carnage are all military metal, and they're fucking amazing. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna give you guys some of their stuff to check out because they have CDs and digital. Born for War is recording their album right now. They're hard death metal, a little bit different than Kings, but they're all veterans too. And great band, dude. So
That's what we're trying to do is get everybody together, swap some stuff, you know, get people to know each other, network, and see what we can do.
Yeah, I mean,
great
yeah,
idea.
because we're slowly getting into this whole. I wouldn't call it promotion gig, but I mean, we're out there. We know how to network and bring people together. And I got ins and outs at a few places in town, so we could probably make some stuff happen. But so, what are your guys'? How many guys are in your band? This isn't your whole band. You got 4. We got one more. Where's he at? Or she?
I think he's asleep right now.
Oh, right on. Usually that's the singer. So kudos to you for coming.
Yeah.
No, being a drummer right now, right?
Yeah, I think. Well, he's currently drumming with 2 other bands right now, so I think he's exhausted.
Yeah, he played Friday night as well. He got no sleep.
Who does he play with?
He plays with kind of like a more hardcore band called Serpent's Tongue.
Oh, I know them.
Yeah, Serpent's Tongue and then Bomb Scare he plays in also.
Yeah, I see Serpent's Tongue was advertised. Okay, I know exactly who they are. I haven't heard their shit, but I see them everywhere. He's not their original drummer. He's kind of just their fill-in for the moment. Those guys are plastered everywhere at that Slayer concert, and I see them all the time. I see shirts and shit. That'd be a cool band to get in here. And I've never heard them, but like I see them, so it's like let's see what they're all about.
Cool band.
Who plays first last night?
It was this band called Malicious Intentions.
First was actually Maldición, which they're like.
Was who?
Was it?
Maldición was first.
That's the black metal band. It was Malicious Intentions.
Placed in first or played first?
No, placed in first.
Okay, no, he's right then.
Yeah, the band that placed first was called Malicious Intentions. The coolest part about them was you can't judge a book by its cover with them. Like, their drum set came in, like, they had, like, a drum head on the bass drum. That fell off during their first song. Their drums were, like, falling apart, but the drummer...
There's, like, no...
so good.
Like the things that you tighten down the cymbals with, like, no felts.
Oh.
And, like, all
and
that.
they weren't even really on the... Like, the cymbals were, like, slid all... Like, halfway down the stand. It was like the most
I hope
drum
you find
kit.
out that they propped you guys.
And
they're like, he's got a legit drum set, and they're just like, this is part of the shit, and it just falls over.
But the drummer was like one of the best drummers I've seen.
He was so good. He
Are
rocked that kid.
Are they from here?
Yeah, they are from here. And he was like, so you go to like see them, and you think that they're gonna like suck because the drum set's like falling apart. And then when the drummer like not only plays good but like slays the drum kit, you're like, I did not expect that. And I think that helped them a lot because like the crowd at first was like, this is gonna suck, and then it didn't suck at all. It was like really good.
Yeah, that's
those guys that you could see, and you're like, that dude could play buckets, man.
Yeah, that's exactly how it was.
That's probably how he started. Honestly, he probably started really young doing just shit like that.
Because, I mean, you see those guys. I mean, one of my best friends is a drummer, and that son of a bitch drives me nuts because he'll fucking just sit around and start banging on anything, and you're like, damn, knock it off. And then you realize it's rhythmic and it works. You know?
Preston's badass, though, man. He'll
drive me nuts, dude, sitting around just tapping on shit. And it's like, all right, asshole.
Seems like the drummers get all the pussy, though, is what I'm starting to notice. Like, they're like, huh?
Probably.
No, but I totally caught these guys off guard. Is that kind of show? No, anyways, you guys are playing the next show there. How is it playing at Jerry's? Because we mostly work with B-Riders.
I've only played
We'd love to play at B-Riders, actually.
B-Riders would be fun, but Jerry's is cool. Just the environment at Jerry's, it's just like iconic.
I know B-Riders is a little bit tougher to get into. I know El Tiempo got that position. I think they're playing for that mariachi metal band. I don't know. I just got the invite right now, but Metalachi. Yeah, it's like something like that. No, I'm good. But yeah, man, just keep banging at it. Keep fucking doing your thing, and I'm pretty sure B-Riders open up to you. It's not that they have standards. I just think that from a bit.
Promoter, is it Adrian? I think.
Yeah, Adrian. She's cool.
She's really cool.
She's super cool. I love Adrian. We didn't exactly hit it off very well, me and her, but we're pretty tight now. She's cool. Yeah, just I think what they want to see is that you could bring a crowd in, and that's just that's strictly a business thing. It's not like they don't want to support local music or anything, but they got their thing going on. So just keep doing it, and I'm pretty sure you guys will be out there. Are you guys digitally? Are you guys on iTunes? You guys
have one pre-production song that is not marketed at all that we have on SoundCloud. But our album will be out in June.
In June. So you guys, and where do you guys record out of?
We recorded at home. Zach recorded all of the guitar, the bass, the drums at his house.
Cool.
Even the piano too.
Yeah.
We're just sending it off to someone who's really talented, a producer, to like mix and master it.
That's a good way to do it, man. So what I noticed a lot of bands are doing. So Born for War, for example, did something similar at a house. Just did it themselves, and it seems more fun, more kickback.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
it's an entire new skill learning how to produce music as well. It's fun as hell.
Spend more time on it.
Yeah, we got friends that go to Musicians Institute down in Hawaii. Down in
LA, Hollywood.
Yeah, Hollywood, Hawaii. Not their surfing. No, but they're down there in Hollywood doing that, and they learned a lot going there. And there's definitely an art in it, man. Definitely an art in it.
Well, I like the sound of the home studio stuff too when people are doing stuff at home because you get to learn the sound of where you're at, and you're not burning studio time to record, so you can fuck around with stuff, and see like, oh well, this sounds in this room, and you can beat stuff off of it.
That's really important because for all these songs, there's gonna be 12 songs on the album.
Oh, nice. That's pretty cool.
And each song went through probably like at least 4 of their own demos and pre-production, so it's a lot of trial and error.
And you're learning as you go. We talk.
We didn't know anything when we started.
No, and I'm pretty sure you can sit there and tell me the same thing that we've been talking about past probably 4 episodes is that we've learned we started this from here.
No,
and
honestly, I have an interface like that, like a Scarlett interface. It's just one of the smaller ones.
Oh, you got the 2i2?
Yeah, 2i2.
Yeah, we got the 6i6 and
I use a PC though, but
yeah.
It's
cool.
It's affordable.
It's great. Do you know? Have you worked with that a lot?
The Scarlett 2i2.
As far as the mixer and stuff and all that.
Well, I use the mixer like on my DAW.
Yeah.
So like I use the mixer just digitally.
Right.
Yeah, I have I use an Asphyx, which is
This might be the guy we've been looking for.
Yeah, I can help you for sure.
Bingo. That's fucking awesome, dude.
I'm not claiming to know too much, but
I can guarantee you, dude. You know more than we know because we're sitting here banging rocks together, dude, and it's working. But
we've been through that.
See how that happens?
It's hilarious.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, this is networking. So you guys will be back on when your release party now, as long as our sound's off.
That's cool, man. Yeah, are you guys doing an album release party? album release show?
I'm trying to figure out where I want to do it at now. I would think it would probably make the most sense to do it somewhere in the Bakersfield area, but
where are most of your fans out of that? I mean, because you're playing San Diego, so you guys play San Diego. There's a lot of Marines and Navy guys down there. A lot of veterans.
I actually had a chance to go on I think it's the Navy base. There's like this huge like boat.
Yeah.
I don't know if boat is the right term for it. It's more than
I'm pretty sure it is.
But it was really cool. I was born in San Diego, so I have a lot of love for San Diego.
Yeah.
We don't really have many fans out there.
One thing I've noticed that album release parties do bands a lot of good. Even if you only get X amount of people going, it definitely helps out. Fuck it, have it at Jerry's.
Yeah, I just talked to them yesterday about potentially doing it at Jerry's Pizza.
What I've noticed, and look, I'm no expert. I'm learning as I go. Randy's with me on this too. Is that find a place that you're comfortable at, call it home, let it ride. You know what I mean? And then the rest will build from there. That's kind of what I've seen other bands do.
I'd like to pick like 3 or 4 venues to call home.
Local here in Bakersfield?
That we could just
circulate?
Yeah. Exactly.
But you always got to have that one. That one that's like your HQ, you know what I'm saying? And
I had personally wanted it to be the Gate because like 6 years ago I thought their sound was amazing, but since then their sound quality has not been amazing. So I kind of changed.
And they're closing down, right?
Yeah. So, but I only found out about that like a month ago. So
I heard the Dome's opening back up.
Yeah, that's a good.
That would be a good place to call.
I don't know how true that is.
No, it's true.
Set in stone.
It is. Cool, that'd be fucking cool, man.
We want shitty wrestling shows.
Yeah, it'd be badass to put on MMA.
I heard there was mud fighting once.
Yeah, there was midget mud fighting. I know a girl I know a girl who's not a midget. I know a girl who's not a midget that fought a midget in the mud. That
sounds awesome.
Dwarf. Yeah, that's a story I got for another time. But so, what are you guys' plans next, man? You guys obviously you said you're going to San Diego. You're gonna be playing the other show.
I think after these next string of shows, about 3 or 4 more shows, depending if we get on to the final Black Dahlia. I think after that we kind of want to do all the finishing details for the albums and maybe learn a couple more songs in our set, and then just play like a great album release show. And
yeah, I think would be a big one, man.
And then a couple small tours, like maybe as long as 7 days. Maybe if we got a really good string of shows.
Well, it sounds like you guys. I mean, if you're going from here to San Diego, how many times did you play San Diego at all? Or
never.
No,
we just played our third show. Yeah.
Nice, man. That's cool, dude. That San Diego is awesome, man. They got the Marine, and I would hit that hard. Try to, go with the Marine, go to the bars and the. I mean, I never was down there because I was Army.
We're gonna be there Friday, just hanging out, so we can network.
Hit the bars, man. I'm an Army guy. Wasn't a Marine, but trust me, I know they're going to be down there. So hit the bars up and just, do your thing with the flyers and let them know.
That's a great idea. Hit up the bars around the venue.
That's pretty much what we plan on doing is going the day of or the day before and going to, like, the beaches and stuff. And
definitely focus on that military crowd, man, because you got a lot of dudes, Marines, and, Navy guys that, listen to metal and listen to hard music. So, all music, but still, I would recommend that. It's my piece of advice. It seems to work very well for other bands. Don't see why it wouldn't work for you guys. So, I mean, most people don't think about that, but those guys, that's a crowd that, when they get off work on Friday, when they get released for duty for the weekend, they're looking to go party and do. They want to get down and do shit. So a live band. And how much you guys?
Who doesn't want to get down on a Friday?
Well, I mean, and then you give them something to do and something to go. I mean,
disposable income.
Yeah.
Right.
And you get. You guys sell drinks. They'll put you in bars. They'll put you in venues. You're selling drinks.
Well, cool, man. So, we'll keep an open relationship going, man. We keep the episodes kind of short when we have bands on because it's like a little self-promoting thing. That's real quick. What's your guys' sound? Like, describe your sound a little bit more intent, like so people can kind of get an idea.
Alternative rock with noticeable metal roots.
Okay, cool. And you got the keyboard influence and shit. I like when people incorporate that. That's cool. It's something different.
Yeah, it's really fun. I think it sounds really good because we're just 4 people.
Who are some of your guys' influences growing up, like music-wise?
Very early on, Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah?
When I was young, my dad's a guitar player, and he's a bit older, so he likes all that blues and rock.
Yeah, that's cool.
But then I.N.E.R.T.I.A was like the first band that got me into like more modern heavy stuff. Then I don't know, maybe like Trivium and like Avenged Sevenfold, so kind of around there.
With the piano influence, have you guys ever thought about incorporating interpretive dancing?
No.
Because that seems to be the popular thing going on locally.
No,
Interpretive
never-
dancing and ballerinas and breakdancing. You know what would be cool is like to fucking incorporate breakdancing into your acoustic song.
You know
We're
what?
not gonna get you to that.
You know what'd be cool if like we were just so good on stage that randomly someone in the crowd like loved our music so much they just wanted to have fun on stage.
And,
That'd be
and just
fun.
put on tights and start lifting his girlfriend up in the
Yeah.
air and turning in circles and shit. Because
I
that
mean,
seems
it
to be
sounds
the
weird.
that seems to be the standard here in
But,
Bakersfield.
Art's art, I guess. I mean, art. You know, artwork is artwork. We'll say.
Technically.
Our drummer was actually in his old band, Vlad Arthur.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So
our
you're familiar with who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
I've never heard about this crazy
was
stuff
hoping
he
they'd
does,
get it.
but I know what you're talking about.
Interesting. See, we didn't even have to mention a fucking name. That is funny, man.
So that brings it back.
Anyway, so cool. So what are some of your influences?
Thrice, Under
Oh,
Oath,
okay.
Cradle of Filth.
Cradle of Filth. Wow, that's
Very
interesting.
nice.
What about you, man?
I'm into Korn, Mudvayne, Slipknot, Metallica.
That's my dude right here. This guy. Yeah, okay, man. Fuck yeah. Yeah,
I
we're-
have the logo tattooed on the back of my leg.
What logo? Metallica?
Slipknot.
Slipknot?
Yes.
We've been playing some songs that he wants to walk out. He fights MMA. We've been playing some songs that we want to walk out to, and one of the ones you like right now. Am I free to admit it?
Yeah.
So one of the songs
White
he's
said Fred, I'm too-
yeah, White said, "Fred, I'm too sexy for my no," but he's about to knock me the fuck out. No, it's the Gray Chapter, their last album, the first track, XIX or whatever. That shit's fucking badass.
Really?
I'm thinking, you might want to think about this Right Said Fred shit because you're gonna get this dude going. This guy's fucking soft. You're gonna come in, you wear some Richard Simmons shorts, and you fucking take this guy by surprise when you
Throw on
grab a
some
hold of his
Kenny G.
neck.
Yeah.
Kenny G would be sick.
Yeah.
We want to do a cover of kind of like Seether, just for live purposes, just for fun, but the Careless Whispers.
They
Like
played
a
that
hard
last
rock
night
version?
Yeah, that
in
would be
intermission on the show.
I like that, dude. That was a song I grew up listening to as a kid. My grandparents would play it and shit, and
Everyone knows the song.
everyone knows it. And so when Seether did it, I played that shit
Yeah,
all
it was-
summer, man.
Yeah, it was a great track.
It was
I
hot
still
for a
listen
mi-
to it sometimes.
Yeah, it was hot for a minute, and I played the fuck out of it. My wife was like, "No, turn that shit off. I'm over it." I like that
We're
though.
listening to George Michael. We're listening to George Michael.
Yeah.
Yeah, pick a cover song, roll with it, man. I mean, cover songs are fun when you're at a live event. When you're, Be Rider, Aviators do it, Kings do it. A lot of bands I know do it.
Well, it's a
they-
good way to recognizable. Then you can bring them into your stuff to hear, what you guys are doing.
yeah, and it's fun.
Yeah.
Just make sure you do it right. You gotta pick
It's
a good song.
nod to the band too. if
Your
you-
influences and shit. Fuck, man. Metallica's been doing it for the longest time with all the Motorhead shit and all. I mean, they put out that one Garage album, which was nothing but covers.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Very
I
successful.
like that a
Very
lot.
successful.
You never heard of it?
Uh-uh.
How old are you?
24.
That's probably why. It's
He's the youngest one though, and is.
fuck yeah, bro. How old are you?
I'm 18.
Whoa.
Another one. Jesus. We just had we were talking to Will from the Aviators last night. He just turned 21. I was like, God damn it, I feel old.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Edit. I'm out. Chad,
Okay, guys. Yeah. Fuck.
you're shit on that one.
All right, guys. So we appreciate having you again, man. We're gonna wrap it up. We do like like I said, 20-minute piece on you guys. We'll get you guys out. You guys have a Facebook. Where can people find you guys?
We do. We have a Facebook. We have a SoundCloud. We have an Instagram.
Okay, and what is it? So why don't you spell it out for me? Because
Facebook.com, Inertia the Rock Band is our Facebook.
and Inertia I.N.E.
No, there's no dots in it. That's just for the logo purpose.
Oh, that's just for a logo. Okay, so they can find you on Facebook. Just put
Yeah,
Inertia.
by spelling out Inertia.
Okay, cool, man. And
And
we'll
on Instagram, it's Inertia the Band.
we will post a link on our Facebook page. I'll get you guys and I'll post you guys up there, and we'll share you guys and keep in contact. And when your guys' next show is out, we will definitely promote you guys, get you guys out there.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we'll catch it too, man. So let me know when the next Bakersfield show is, and if both of us can, I'll definitely try and make it for sure.
That'd be cool.
And I'm sure
April 14th.
April 14th. All right, well, we'll remind us and keep us kind of open, and we'll definitely try and make it, man.
Send us the thing and we can share it too and get it up.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean we got a pretty good audience here in town, and which we learned last night. So
That's
yeah.
That's good.
They like to drink, so
yeah. Does Jerry sell beer?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, I didn't know.
That's important.
Well, cool, man. So, hey, thanks for coming in, Inertia, and tell your drummer next time he's coming in, we can meet him and kind of screw around with him. I want to talk to him about that other band. Before we leave today, leave me a note with these bands' names because I want to get involved with them too. Cool. All right, guys. Well, good luck and fucking do your thing, man. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. It's the CHADMAN and RANDY show. Out.